I'm Chef Mike Moses and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to make a meal that actually makes noise. Mostly vegetables, but it's got a lot of bubble and squeak, and I've got that coming up. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more of these. I post new videos every week right here. And if there's something you would like to see in particular, don't forget to leave me a comment in the section below. Bubble and squeak, it's an English dish, but I'm going to put my twist on it. Instead of using cabbage, I'm going to use Brussels sprouts and also some mashed potatoes. And to add some more flavor, I'm going to cook the potatoes in the stock and my Brussels sprouts in the stock as well before we combine it all up and fry it and make it delicious. All right, as you know, we have to get our mise en place ready. So let's go to the potatoes. We'll peel those. We'll peel the sprouts and we'll boil everything up. Okay, the potatoes are all peeled. We'll slice them up, get them ready for the pot to boil. A sliced potato will boil faster, will cook faster because there's more surface area to cook. And I didn't have time to make vegetable stock this week, so I'm just going to cover them in vegetable stock, season them up with a little salt and pepper. And put those on a boil until they are fork tender. While those are boiling away, let's get our Brussels sprouts ready. And for this dish, I've got about 20 Brussels sprouts. Peel off the bottom, take off the outer leaves because they'll tend to be discolored and hardened. And one little trick to make a Brussels sprout cook quicker is to put an X right on the bottom, right by the root. And that X will help it absorb the liquid and boil a little faster. 20 of these to prepare and get on the burner. So we take our Brussels sprouts, put them in the pot, and we are going to cook these in chicken stock. Remember, flavor, lots of layers of flavor. You just want enough chicken stock so that they're floating. And we'll put those on a high heat. A little bit of salt. I'm also going to chop up one onion, which will be rendered down with the bacon to give it a little more flavor. Our potatoes are now boiled, so I'll drain these. Brussels sprouts are probably about 5 or 6 minutes away. So what I'm going to do now is take my bacon, and to help it render down, I just have a half a pound of bacon here. Just going to cut it into small pieces. I got lucky with this bacon. There's a lot of meat in it. So it's going to render up nice and crispy. All right, boiled and drained, and it's very important that the potatoes sort of remain dry so that they fry up in the pan, and a lot of the squeaking comes from the Brussels sprouts. And I'll just give these a rough mash. I'm not going to add any fat to them. I'm not going to add any seasoning because we did that when we were boiling them. And while those potatoes are getting mashed, we shall get the bacon on to render. Turn your heat up to high. Clean your cutting board. And continue to mash your potatoes. I know, I should have used a bigger bowl. But I just want to get them mashed with some texture. Because in my bigger bowl, I'm going to add the Brussels sprouts. All right, I'd say they're mashed up pretty good. Now set these aside, let them cool down a little. I would say the Brussels sprouts are done. We'll drain those in the colander. While the bacon is starting to render. The bacon fat helps the potatoes hold together a little better. Also gives the entire dish some more flavor. You can make this completely vegan if you like and not include any bacon. But what's life without bacon, really? This will take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. Always keep an eye on your bacon, because once the fat starts to render out, it's almost like deep frying. And you never, ever turn your back on a deep fryer. No seasoning yet because the bacon has salt in it. Once I add the onion, I might add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. That's just to start building on the flavors. Now we're down to one pan. This is the pan we're going to make the bubble and squeak in as well. Okay, my bacon is rendering down very nicely. So it's time to add the onions. You just want to stir these around until the onions are all cooked. Shouldn't take very long. You can see nice golden flavors. Our Brussels sprouts are done. What we want to do is give them a nice chop. Nice and tender. Okay, the sprouts have been chopped. My onions are almost caramelized. I think it's time to put stuff together, don't you? All right, so for the bubble and squeak, we'll take all our sprouts, and once the sprouts are in the bowl, you want to season them. Just a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. And now, we shall introduce our bacon and our bacon fat. Keep your frying pan handy. And mix that all up. And start adding potatoes. The secret to this bubble and squeak is that your potatoes are dry. That way they form a very nice crust. The moisture from the sprouts and the fat from the bacon makes a really nice, flavorful dish. As you can see, it's got lots of color. Our pan that has already had the bacon fat in it and rendered down the bacon is going to be the pan that we cook our bubble and squeak in. Start taking your bubble and squeak in scoops. Add it to the pan. Level everything out. A little seasoning on the top. Some fresh ground pepper. And once you start to see the steam come up, reduce your heat down to medium hot. And it's going to sit like this, untouched, unstirred. We're going to let it go probably for about 20 to 25 minutes so that really nice crust gets built up on the bottom. Now, from the top, it doesn't look any different. When we take it, put it on our plate. And that's my take on bubble and squeak, just for you. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And I post videos like this every week, so please subscribe. Also, if you'd like more information, head over to my blog, thepersonalchef.blog, where I post this recipe that you can print off. Thank you very much for watching. I look forward to helping you cook better, eat healthier, and shop smarter.